You've heard your own voice every single day of your life. So why, the moment it's played back to you, does it sound like a total stranger, and why do you instantly hate it? Almost everyone does this. You hear a recording of yourself, you cringe, and you think, that is not what I sound like. But here's the unsettling part. That recording is the real you. The voice you've been hearing your whole life is the fake one. The obvious guess is that the recording is distorted, a bad microphone, a cheap speaker. But that's wrong. The recording is accurate. To understand why your own voice betrays you, you have to know one strange thing. You actually hear yourself in two completely different ways at once. When anyone else hears you talk, the sound travels one way, out of your mouth, through the air, into their ears. A recording captures exactly that. But when you talk, you hear that air-traveled sound plus a second version, one that travels through the bones and tissue of your own skull, straight to your inner ear. And here's the key: bone carries low frequencies far better than air does, so that internal path adds a layer of deep, rich bass that only you can hear. The voice in your head is lower, warmer, and fuller than the one that actually leaves your body. Then you hear a recording, just the air version, with no bass boost, and suddenly your voice sounds higher, thinner, almost nasal. It isn't wrong, it's just missing the bass you never knew you were adding. But the frequencies are only half of it. Because we don't just find the recording unfamiliar, we find it uncomfortable. Psychologists call it voice confrontation. Hearing your recorded voice forces you to face a version of yourself you can't control. Tiny cues about your emotions, your accent, your personality that you never notice from the inside. And tellingly, when people rate voices without knowing whose they are, they tend to rate their own quite highly, until they're told it's theirs. Then the cringe kicks in. So part of the discomfort isn't your ears at all. It's your self-image. And that leads to the strangest part. The voice you think is yours, the deep, comfortable one inside your head, no one else has ever heard it. Not your parents, not your best friend, not the person you love most. To every one of them, your real voice is the recording. The one you can't stand. The version of your voice you know best is the one version of you that no one else will ever know. So there are two of you. The voice inside your skull that only you will ever hear, and the voice out in the world that everyone hears but you, and they never meet. The next time a recording makes you wince, remember, that stranger isn't the fake. That stranger is how you've sounded to everyone you've ever spoken to, your entire life. So I have to ask, do you cringe at your recorded voice, or are you one of the rare people who doesn't mind it? Say something out loud right now, and then tell me in the comments.